Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm a sleep physician, and if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. Today, we're going to talk about a major sleep thief, microsleep. Nice seeing you back here, and if it's your first time on the channel, welcome. Today we have a question from Mike, who has been sharing some of his trouble sleeping and some other questions with us in the near past. And before we look at an email he sent me just the other day, I just want to let you know that, as always, anything I say here is general advice and thoughts, not specific medical advice to you, Mike, or anybody else. That being said, let's dive right into this email here. For the last couple of days, I have been working on trying not to fall asleep, either waiting for my sleep window to arrive, or if I get out of bed, if I cannot sleep after 20 minutes. So just briefly here, for those of you not familiar with bedtime restriction or sleep restriction therapy, this sleep window is a period of time where you're allowed to sleep, meaning you're not supposed to go to bed before a certain time, and you have to be out of bed at a certain time in the morning. And the goal here is that when you go to bed, you're sleeping enough so that you fall asleep quickly, and then you sleep through until the morning. And that's kind of like the first step in what's called bedtime restriction therapy, which is a very good technique for insomnia. Let's keep going here. Wednesday, I slept about 5 hours, which I felt was a breakthrough. Very good to hear this. Thursday, I slept around 5 hours again. Friday last night, I was disappointed to sleep only 3.5 hours or so. Went to sleep at 8 a.m. and woke up at 2:53 a.m. But I know I dozed off a little on the couch while waiting to start sleep. However, what I'm finding is that I am micro-dozing off on the couch. I'm not sure for how long sometimes, but I do eventually wake myself up. I think this is probably robbing me of some sleep in the bedroom. Also, the couch is where I've been sleeping for 9 years, so it is highly associated with sleep when I can get it. So my question is, what are most of your patients doing while they are waiting to go to sleep? Are they able to sit on the couch or chair and stay awake while watching TV or reading a book? First of all, what you're describing here, I find that I'm microdosing off on the couch, and that may be robbing me of my sleep. I think this might be the big breakthrough. This is a big insight, because this can explain so many things. It can really explain why, bedtime restriction hasn't been consistently effective. And I hear this so many times. If you haven't already watched it, do watch episode 24, Insomnia Insight 24, which is about exactly this. I think in that episode I'm talking about the couch being a sleep killer. In this episode we're saying microsleep is a sleep thief. But definitely heard this so many times. And to answer your question, what are my patients doing? Are they able to stay awake while watching TV or just relaxing on the couch? I've had a lot of patients, again, in this exact same scenarios as you describe here, Mike. And what I typically advise them is, if you're even in a position where you are at risk of falling asleep, set an alarm that will wake you up should you have fallen asleep. All of that does not really help you with microsleep, which is exactly what may be happening here. And just to illustrate how microsleep really can be a big issue, consider that a 30-minute nap has been shown to affect your alertness positively. Of course, you become more alert for hours. Shorter naps also, and even what's called microsleep, when you're falling asleep for just a few seconds and you may not even be aware of it, has a measurable impact on your alertness and your cognitive functioning, which is maybe good if you're short of, you're sleep deprived and you need to take a power nap. But if you're kind of micro-dozing off, microsleeping, or even taking small naps that you're unaware of while waiting to go to bed, that can be detrimental. That can be really terrible for your sleep. So I have not found the key intervention to avoid that, I will say that bright light therapy, which we have talked about specifically with Mike before, I think that could be a real good option when you're, getting towards like 6, 7, 8 p.m. or something like that, and you're feeling that you're tired and you may be at risk of falling asleep. Some light therapy there may not be a bad idea. Of course, if you're doing it right before bedtime, bright light may affect your sleep negatively, but that the studies are not clear on that. So I think it's very very much reasonable to try bright light therapy when you're feeling kind of tired in the evening. That's another thing, apart from those alarms I mentioned, that could help. But overall message definitely is avoid microsleeps, avoid falling asleep on the couch, because that has a huge impact overall on insomnia and ability to sleep. Hope this was helpful. In fact, there is another question in this email from Mike about how it is that somebody who was not having any trouble sleeping has a health scare and then suddenly has this terrible insomnia, and I'll talk about that tomorrow. Finally, I just want to say that app I mentioned yesterday, I thought it was going to be like this easy way to kind of translate everything here into a podcast. Well, as many things in life, a little bit too good to be true. Turns out that if you use this app, Anchor, well, it is doable and it's easy, but then kind of all the content, it kind of becomes branded as like Anchor's content. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it more traditionally with another, with some other podcasting podcast hosting software, and I'll keep you updated on that one. And as always, questions, problems with sleep, comments, anything like that, leave a comment here or email me at insomniainsight@gmail.com, or leave a voicemail at 503-489-4802, and I will memorize that in the near future. For now, take it easy, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Bye.